You've got to be kidding. Is this really happening to you? How many other people is it happening to right now? And what gives insurance companies or employers or Social Security the power or the privilege to hurt insurance policyholders? And no one says a word. No one talks about it, except the people who are getting hurt. The people who are seeking insured civil rights legislation through Congress to stop it. Are you one of them? Or will you be in the future? This definitely will be an uphill climb. Are you ready for the battle? Do you know what to expect? Or will you be shut out and left in the dark until everything has been done to you? There is no reason for you to be the last to know, since far too many people have had this happen before you. So let's take a moment and talk about it. With your head pounding and your body aching, you're wondering, how did this happen to you? How did you get there? And you realize that it happened all in an instant. A single car accident. That's where it all began. Little did you know that recovery would not be your biggest battle. It would be to get your benefits from insurance companies, employers, and even Social Security. Who knew the battle would be fought in the mind? A mind that right now is hurt, filled with pain, shock, disbelief. But those were things that you will now have to overcome, to stay in the battle, to protect yourself, to understand what you're about to go through. Mind reset. Now your head is spinning around wondering what's going on. All of these questions, all of these appointments, all this need for money. There's just so many things going on right now. You just can't keep up in your head. You don't feel well. People are telling you things. You don't know what's true and what's not. You don't even know who to trust, so you trust the ones you've always trusted. And this can be a big mistake. Mistake, mistake. Now it seems like you're on this road alone. But if you look around you, you'll see millions of other people on the same path, taking the same journey, running into the same type of situations. But who's talking? Who's sharing information? Not the ones who need it most, policyholders. Because insurance companies have been doing this for a very long time. In fact, most of the rules today have been written by the insurance company. And that means they've written it for their industry and not for you. So who's looking out for you? You. But what if you don't know how? What happens? Who helps you? Or more importantly, who takes advantage of you? Don't let that happen. Choose to educate, to learn, to share, to talk, not to be intimidated, not to just be bullied, abused, or to become a target to those who would prefer to keep your money rather than give it to you. Remember all those promises made, sitting down listening to all those great benefits you would be receiving if anything ever happened. You knew you would be just fine. Nothing was going to happen to you. You had already been through enough, so you're not worried about anything. And if something did happen, you were insured, right? And your insurance company would gladly pay you. Isn't this what you thought? Isn't this what you were told? But were you told about the fine print? Were you told how many people they don't pay? Were you told how many people didn't really get their full benefit? What were you told? Were you told they would perform surveillance on you? Were you told? Did you ever think you'd not return to work? That you would become disabled? And did you really understand what that meant to them and the amount that they would have to pay? And the fact that they really wouldn't want to do that? So what are some of the most important things for you to remember as you are going through this insurance claim? Number one, they don't always tell you everything, and they don't always tell you the truth. Therefore, if there's something you want to know about your claim, make sure that you seek outside sources. Number two, the money they give you doesn't normally last beyond 2 years. If you will check your insurance policy, typically you'll see a 24-month clause in there that allow them to try and not pay you after this time. Number three, going to court is worth it in order to demonstrate the behaviors of the insurance companies or employers. Without it, what they'll say or what they'll do will always be in their best behalf, not for what is right. Number four, make a decision based on what's best for you. Will it help you today or into the future? Is it a decision that you can live with? Have no regrets. Be your best advocate. The only requirement is to do the best that you can. And lastly, number five, life does go on after a car accident. It might change, and it may not be what you had expected or planned. But one thing is for sure, you can be determined, never give up or give in.